On what basis now, Mark Kennedy Inko? What I say? Like, what would be the basis? Say what a day, but like, what is it? It's not, it won't even be in the interest of the party. It won't even be good for all of us. What I say? Just like Ken, when he wins, he will need Baumia, Brian, Dr. Luchum, and any other person. It's the same way that they will need even Ken more. Nobody else tries that. And I mean, sometimes we carry our suspicions. We shouldn't be rebel, but we should always think beyond good. But I don't think it was so much of an issue because but I don't think it was so much of an issue. I'm sure maybe set forms on certainly honorable na anybody be too high the then we vet and proofread it and then proceed with that. So when people maybe they are drawing the attention of whoever, I'm sure it's part of the procedural issues. It's not really so much of a big deal that we should spend so much on time on. I mean, the most important thing is at the end of the day, he's been able to file on the 4th. He's going to campaign. He's going to let people know. I'm sure if maybe along the way, maybe I may also be leading you. We may have to critically also look at why not any other person, because especially based on the things that has been advanced around on second chance and other things. Maybe along the way, maybe interrogated, but because this is a preliminary, you are asking me about the nomination. I'm sure that's why we are discussing. So along the way, but I mean, the assurance is that this is a nice issue. You see, the executives, even though we may not necessarily trust them, we must also give them the benefit of the doubt. Say, these are the people who are also organizing them. In as much as we need to be vigilant, we must also give them that respect. That I mean, without doubt, whichever way they are carrying out their normal core duties. But because how are you going to do it? Because on election day, so to consensus by consensus, security, Brian Champo security to home, I do security to home, Ken is security to home, Dr. Balbe security to home. See, about for a security to me as a castle. You get me? You get me? Yes, but I know, of course, nobody will discuss security plan on social media. But the assurance is that to the best of my knowledge, there a lot of things are under control. We are not in to try this election. Believe me, we are not in to try this election. We are in to win. It cannot be a coincidence. Say Nipa on the face value, people even believe, so he doesn't even believe in prophecy. All prophets in Ghana comes up together to prophesy that he's going to do. It can't be coincidence. And Oma Nasemo and Atrosa say that to a very Canadian. Please, this is also not to say that we are starting to do hard work for prophecies. No, but I just want to, make sure my guy that could be this. Second, even the Christian, Namasumpoka or Ghana, very questionable. A very questionable. Namasumpo or Ghana have a very questionable. Because these are men of God we know even know. These are men of God we know even see. Maybe two of them are complaints in Paco. Me, I don't even know them, I don't even see them. People even send messages about I don't even see them. Sometimes after bed to my super powerful can say, sometimes a lot of them will take steps and other things. But it can be, say we are going to lose this election. And you see, it's not really this election is not really about campaign, it's like a movement.
Yeah.
I guess a spring up will be ahead and everybody's playing. Look at, without any disrespect to I know so be but look, all of a sudden somebody who is not even in Ghana, a young lady for home, it's most like even the hero of the comes what I say, people be say when he Kennedy TV, Phobia TV, a lot of them don't even have relationship with them. What's Obiaje? So even in the interest, I said that about we are the who feel in terms of politics, how people have exposed him on his performance. Like it's really been the interest of party delegates and the party not to even bring him. How do you even sell him? But I never question say Ken, presidency now will go. That's what I say. It's a I don't let me put this in a context, inverted commas. It's a cool near you. It's a cool near you. And when I say cool, say you have an establishment where last election almost all 137 MPs were shipped to support one candidate, right? Okay. You have an establishment that there are over almost 6,000 appointees. They were all shipped to support one candidate. Okay. The coalition at 276 constituencies. DCs one. All DCs by default were compelled to be the campaign chairpersons of one person. Okay. All executives and chairmen were supposed to be the co-campaign chairman for one person. Okay. It may be a free ballot. Let's have that in context. Say, okay. We are going all out. Say 2 million country. 2 million you should farmer. Then you have an election with, in spite of how are you skill no mama bakufu in the worst performance in the history of our politics since Ghana be yase. When it is you, okay. There were 7 regions, but about me when we need a single constituency. Okay. There were 7 regions where we need a single constituency. There were regions we need one constituency. Okay. Greater Accra we need one. Okay. Western region we need one. Okay. There were 7 regions where we need a single constituency. Okay. There were 9 regions parliamentary. There were 98 parliamentary seats, and this is 93. In our 5. And this is 93. In our 5. Election here 16 regions and above 15 we will see at what the Abyaka somewhere northern candidates if you are not you vote to call Ecoso, not the vote by 16%. For the back 11 regions, was the vote by 33%. Just you, what about the whole Ghana and so the vote by 31%. Even the 41 points really also it's not up to 41. Because I'm looking man of the banker who the can one it's how everything is because the mama side everything. Okay. If you say election we mama. It's an election. The statistics, all the indicators, people also the whole Ghana, with the exception of Winnipeg Zungu, will you see every Zungu policy. You will grow ha. Obabia will grow you will Zungu spare for the work. Our Hong Kong policies, we get about 4 or 8 policies. I will multiply by the whole Ghana. We need one. We need one seat. One seat. We who statistics the they have not even seen any of them. Whether the people they just don't want the candidate, they just don't like him. They just don't like him. But these are people the same people are in the helm of affairs. They are controlling the button. They call the shots, and they don't want to resign. They don't want to leave the scene. They still want to be there. The past 8 years they've made a lot of money. They control the system and they don't want to lose it. They are afraid of losing it. In truth, it's the same old faces, the same old structure, the same old system which are backing him. And Kennedy has been an anti-system. So when you are against an establishment, you don't have the elites or the big guys. You don't have the bourgeoisie. You don't call them, so you don't have them. All the others, you move with the masses. And you don't expect to say it's going to be easy. Don't expect anybody is going to be fair to us. They are not going to be fair to us. We are going to hold our balls. We are going to try everything possible. We are going to give the guy a due advantage. Why? Because they want to rationalize and institutionalize autonomous. And now Hong Kong is America. When America, a brand new Obama Sabrina Bernie Sanders had a very clear chance of winning the general election. We could base the advantage. Almost support at the Hillary Clinton by, and we all saw the outcome because he said, lost bitterly to Trump. Could be the same mistake. So, Kamala used to buy a Trump requires so it is so natural with establishment. Said you, Obia, Adikura no song. Okodia, and this sort of mouse out. And so where the by force and the edge. And Tadia is a war that we are going. If we want to take it in that context, so if you see any form of unfairness, please believe me, you program your mind. We are not going to get any proper and fair treatment. No, we are not going to get Okasa or that down. What am I saying? Boy, any pada or yeah, streaming, on filing day, no, or a mistake. Now let's do a logical question. So just truth has three key variables: logical consistency, empirical verifiability, and an essential relevance. Now let's check even the logical consistency. And then send the pakodi mistake, you know. Why you mistaking that I can't go file here? And then the panel love you so great mistaken. Why the mistake there? A comment about file here. Let that file here. But one assurance that I'm giving you, say, in this lesson, you are not going to show weakness. I don't want to praise other candidates. Ken is more than prepared, but the other candidates swap them one. Ama IS a double Ken. Who is the richer? And yet, who say, in the party, you said you should but not so. Who say, you will be really in our side, as I say. Other than that, there is no way we can win power because they are bent on still imposing the guy on us. And believe me, Papa, the number 1,000 times Ghanaians will vote us against 1,000 times. Well, I know my affection, some of them are systemic. For instance, one Ghanaians don't trust it. Let's call a spade a spade. Ghanaians don't trust it. Who said this is also about credibility? I said, Shatawale, but you wouldn't want Shatawale to be your president. You are okay with him being your vice president, but you don't want him to be your president. People don't trust him based on people don't trust him again. How do you say, oh yeah, daughter of economists, economic breakdown, and now you quickly shift to a new area? So you're IT person. How do people believe you? Oh. Economy now, whole school, whole PhD, all of a sudden you abandon that and go to a new area. How will people trust you there? But the beauty of leadership is saying, and can buy economy break it down. You walk out to the people, you take responsibility, you apologize to them that some of the decisions you took were harsh, but they were necessary. Some of them, even if you had them wrong, they should forgive you, and you are sure that they will fix it.
Yeah, I would defend it. Said, yes,
but when you run away and now go and take it. So I said, and not my affected, some of them are systemic. But let's say the economy is not even systemic. Now, dollar is 1:10, right? Yes. Assume you say your coalition by 2024, now 1:60. How do you go and convince Ghanaian banks that about me at the end of the year 17 was better than 16?
Not at all.
How?
You see, if you create the same 17, a cockroach could do 19. Still, now this is why I did because
exactly. How do you convince people? Secondly, here can religion once I say religion affecting for free. I mean, let's be very honest to ourselves. Say, me, I'm quite young. I'm not married yet. My man did a number and can't say the panel. I bet that's someone says here. Good by the winter. Look at the Kufia and to see the beer. And my man says, and some man at the end says we are people of religion, we are people of culture. VIP buses handle the two who have a 100 in a bomb pile. Say, driver don't know to steer the gym. Once you do go, madam. You are two about 1592. Ashanti region to Abama MPP. Voter region to Abama MPs. What can I say? Religion doesn't affect us. Tribalism doesn't affect us. Hey, I said, man, okay. You to come up or back and aquabac. I assume I problem with Kuma. What can I say? You may not have initiated or engineered it, but you can be a victim of such circumstance. Penny, you were over 1.2 million Kusasis in Ghana. Kusasis, or more direct friends, they are about 1.1 million. These two are a cousin, a woman is 2.3 million.
Yes.
And then another tribe, which is about 600,000. Dr. Bamian on the cover to qualify. But a circumstance happened, and there is a problem.
If you could, and you could ask for almost any Gonja for so issue or Daboya.
Yes, but the point is that let's say we say 3 tribes, cumulatively, let's say 3 million or 3.5 million. Yeah, Cletus Avoka, yeah, control, and that's a lesson. One more call every region in Ghana, one more call no more trade, no more Budia. Say, Kusas Libya or some more President, almost President. So, how then do you say it won't affect us? Also, let's say, and Tokano, also I had the Western of, go to Western of, there are 25% of them being possessed. Go to have 25% of them are possessed because Omona, how do you change this over time? Penny, how do you change this over time? I can't say it doesn't affect us, it will affect us. Now come to religion. Come to religion. Nowhere you can't be a but show me a country in the world. The minority religious group, the majority religious group. So like and can be Egypt, maybe Egypt and Christian president. Even Nigeria. Good luck. No, Jonathan's ascension to the throne was because Omar Yar'Adua died along the way. Look, yes, when he contested, he lost. But look at the insurgency and Boko Haram there, by nowhere in the world. Sana, a Kenipa is part of us. We call it voter behavior. What I say, if I have a chance to choose between tribe A, tribe B, when I'm making decision of marriage, maybe aside other persuasive reasons, I may go for tribe A or tribe B. What the family say answer, and while we are supposed to now this is the matter. What the coin after I say can make my choice because any data I'm here, any fun as a segregation, discrimination, abuse. Better a 3 more landlord. We should get people who see bar or better because almost only two. Even among even among UK phone, one more UK papa, one more I believe somebody better than the more Ireland mess. It's all over the world. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Those are systemic things that you pull better about it. And we have a candidate where people feel say he's very man of his own. What I say, perception council. The perception surrounding Ken, they say, oh, Ken, you can't argue. Oh, Ken, or no, but I drama. Ken, you want Chima, Ken, anything. What I say, perception people also have about doctor. They say, oh, I see the neighbor, and go through in the boom accommodation, and go through in the basic. So when I was describing the week in the crowd with the week was not in respect of his personality, it was even in respect of his performance. But then we happen to find ourselves here. People are also bent on saying, hey, Papa Nian Fanabra. Of course, Maminka one other things. I've met people, I've met candidates or more, I've met at least 3 of them. Okay. I don't want to put names here. I've also met other people, I've met high profile people, I've met people of vested interest, I've met people who have ambitions. Please, what would you say 2028 party in Jimmy? The Domo Yansi has a Dr. Madi Mede, Emilusu. Elusua, Ebidona Ken I had a Yini. Ken was 65 or 66, right? And see, 4 years time, no. But about the next election, no, come 72. We don't know any. And you won't see the MBO. We do, yeah, what ambition is my achievement. And I don't want to pinpoint names, but there are people in Dr. Baumiano, Etima, that is a mindset. Therefore, the infant God, a share as a crowd will inherit the structure. So, I mean, that is how I want to know.
There's a many party who be self-centered, who be if
we are being very honest to ourselves, that is how life has always been. Life is always about interest. Even in doing good, we do good to look good. But I think if I don't have interest, I'll come and start to sit here by this time. Life has always been like that. That's all I'm sorry, that's all focusing about. So for a FPC offering of 1,000, almost that will be one is for the crowd to see you. Some pay the other 1,000 so that you feel good. 2 is to get a certain blessing from God. And 3 is also make the pastor look see you saw the other sorry no. I don't know sorry 1,000 now in face the no for a more bank to normal day. Maybe the anchor they are 2 no. When the 22 10 to the face the no sorry one day no. So everything we are doing, we do good to look good. That's how the human nature is. Just that, I mean, people across a certain line, that's quite great, that's quite abroad, and that is what is happening. They don't care. They just want us to lose 20 because Ken will be in with the bar. One is going to change the whole system because Ken acquire anti-establishment. If we bring him, he's introducing a whole structure, so the establishment collapses. So we are going to fight so hard, and I'm so convinced. Children will say, and the Lord gave us strength. Can we remember one word and be the idea?